Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. And if you want to see how I got these knots perfectly bleached, stay tuned. Okay, y'all, so we have a closure. This closure is 20 inches long. It is body wave texture, I believe, and it has transparent lace. Y'all have to forgive me. I am very new to recording, so I really don't know why I'm holding this closure up to this camera like this, but we just gonna act like I didn't do that. This closure was from UNICE Hair. I hope I'm saying that right, but it was from UNICE Hair. I did not buy this closure. This closure was actually bought by a client, and the client sent it to me. So the tools that we will be using today, or products I should say, are Wella Powder Lightener, the Clairol 20 Volume Developer, a little brush. I don't know what the right name of that is, but that's what it is. A mixing bowl and some gloves. Got to make sure you have gloves because bleach does burn the skin, okay? And it's not a very good feeling. I'm struggling a little bit putting these gloves on because I have fat hands. I should have got the right size, but who knows why I got the wrong size. So you want to put on your gloves, making sure that you protect your skin at all times because you do not want to have or experience a burn from some bleaching developer, okay? It's not very pleasant. So I normally take I want to say like 2 to 3 scoops. This is actually pause. This is my favorite bleach when I'm doing highlights. Normally when I'm bleaching my closures or lace in general, I use like the blue kaleidoscope powder, but I didn't have any of that, so I had to use what I had. And this powder is actually really good, but because I'm using this powder, you'll see later on when I'm rinsing the closure off, I'm going to have to use the Shimmer Lights purple shampoo. So I think I use like 3 or 4 scoops there. I'm going to have to close everything up because I'm very clumsy and I'll knock stuff over and then it'll be a waste of $13. So now with the developer, I just count to 5. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5. Okay, now that I have that in, I'm just going to stir it on up. Now, when me personally, when I bleach my lace, I like my mixture to be thick. I mean, super thick to the point where you can't even move my brush through the powder because I don't want that mixture to bleed through the lace and onto the hair because then I'm going to have to do extra work and Caprice does not like doing extra work, okay? So here you see me just mixing and mixing. I was actually going to fast forward this part, but I want you guys to see the in-depth, detailed process that I do when I am bleaching lace. So I'm just mixing. My arm is probably super tired now, and now I'm going to bring it closer for you all to see exactly how I like my mixture, see how I'm dipping it in, and I have to really put extra effort into scooping that bleach up. This is exactly how my mixtures are when I'm bleaching lace each and every time. I never ever ever have running mixture because it's just a disaster. I can flip my bowl over, and as you saw, it's not going to come out, baby girl. So this is what I do, and this is what works best for me. So now we're going to take the closure out of the lace. Don't forget to close up your developer, ladies, because like I said, I am very clumsy. Don't want to make a mess. So now we're going to move on to actually putting the mixture onto the closure. This closure was actually very soft. It was very soft, very smooth. The lace was nice and durable. This is my first time ever working with the UNICE closure before, so I was pretty excited to do this because I always see how people all over YouTube are like, oh my god, UNICE hair is so good, UNICE hair is bomb. So I had to see for myself, okay? So when my client told me that this is the hair that she was using, I'm like, oh yes, right up my alley. So I'm just showing you guys what the closure looks like straight out the package. What the lace look like. This is transparent lace. And one thing I will say about transparent lace, it is not for everyone. If you have a darker skin tone, you will have to tint this lace in order for it to match your hair texture. Well, your skin, I'm sorry, hair texture. Have to tint the lace for it to match your skin. So I just started with a ball, and I put like 3 on there just so that I think that I have enough. Well, I know that I have enough, and I do not spread this mixture with my brush. I was just, you see me pause there, I was just thinking about whether or not I have my spatulas that I normally use, which I didn't, but I do have popsicle sticks. So I'm going to use this popsicle stick to spread this mixture all through. This is a very tedious process, but I want you guys to see exactly how I spread it. I am using a very light hand, okay? Like, I'm using a very, very light hand. I may look like I'm being really heavy, but I'm being very gentle because I don't want to press it too hard so that it pushes through, like completely through the lace. So, again, this is a very tedious process. And just take your time when you're doing this, because if you're rushing or if you press too hard, you're going to mess it up and you're going to have to do extra work. So I will be back after I am done spreading this mixture. Now it's time to rinse the mixture out of the hair, and I will be using the shimmer lights to remove any tone, um, to tone it, I mean, and to remove any brassiness from the closure because I wasn't able to use the type of powder that I normally use. Um, what I do before I add the shimmer lights is just run the lace up under water. You want to be very gentle when you're doing this because this is a very thin material and you don't want to rip or tear the lace or put a hole in it because then you're pretty much screwed. So I just like to massage this mixture out of the hair so that I cannot see it anymore and that I can go forward with my washing process. After I apply the shimmer lights, I go ahead and condition the closure before I shampoo it with regular shampoo. I condition it before the shampoo because I want to put moisture back into the hair and back into the lace and quilt it with some sort of product, I guess you can say. After I condition it, then I put the regular shampoo on it, and that is how I rinse the mixture out of the hair. At the end, there will be a clip that you'll see how my knots came out. This is a process that I use every time I bleach knots, and this, again, is what works best for me. Until next time, make sure you like this video, comment, and subscribe, and be sure to turn on those post notifications so that you know the next time that I upload. Bye.